Sairam students, I welcome all of you to the first revision session of lesson number 12, Food for All. Now let's see once again whatever we have learnt in this lesson. So student, basically my question is that why food is important to us? In the daily life, the food is the most important aspect. From early in the morning till we sleep, we keep on eating something, we keep on munching something, am I right? So suppose if we don't consume the food, what will happen? We feel tired, we feel lazy, we feel less energetic, am I right? So when we consume the food, we feel energetic, am I right? So that means, can I say that over here food is important to us just because food gives a lot of energy, am I right? The food is important because it gives us lot of energy and it makes us energetic to do all kind of the work, correct? But what are the constituents of the food? What all components are present inside the food material? Any guesses? Yeah, you can see that over here in the food material, basically carbohydrate, proteins, then fats, then vitamins, then mineral, fiber, all these components are present in our food material and it has to be in the balanced amount. Okay, so carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, mineral, fiber we consume on the daily basis along with the fruits as well. So even in the fruits all these components are present. So that's why the consumption of the fruits also is very important to us. Okay, so most of the time you must have seen that there are certain variety of the fruit which are available only in the particular season, am I right? Let's say for example mango. Okay, when we get the mango, students, there is particular season for mango. Yeah, of course we get mango in the large quantity only during the summer season, am I right? So that means, can I say that this mango it is the summer crop, correct? Because this mango we cannot find during winter season or we cannot find during the rainy season also, but we only find mangoes which is grown and it is marketed only during the summer season. So this is called as what? Summer crop. So whatever variety of the crop which we get from month of March to the June, the crops which we get from March to June, we call them as what? Summer crops. What we call them as? Summer crops. Understood now? Along with this summer crop season, even there are two main agricultural seasons which are there in our country. So what are the main seasons which are there in our country? First one is the Kharif season and the second one is the Rabi season. So Kharif season and the Rabi season, these are the two seasons which are there in our country. So what is basically Kharif season? What is exactly Rabi season? Let's see that one by one. Here you can have a look here. This season from June to October. The season from June to October, it is called as what? Kharif season. Understood now what do you mean by Kharif season? The season from June to October, it is called as Kharif season. And in this season, the crops are watered mainly by the rain. Because you know that in the June month, rain starts, am I right? So the rainwater basically provides water to these crops because these Kharif crops require large amount of water and it won't be sufficient to provide it by us. And that's why these crops require the rainwater. So what are the example of the Kharif crops? You can see that over here, rice, maize, cotton, groundnut, etc. are the example of Kharif crops. Understood here? So what is Kharif season? The season from June to October. Please remember that and again remember the example of the Kharif crops as well. And after Kharif season, let's have a look at the Rabi season. What is basically Rabi season? The season from October to March. The season from October to March, we call it as what? Rabi season. Now you must be thinking, who provides water to this Rabi season? So basically, in this season, rainwater that has soaked into the soil, they are the sources of the water for these crops. So whatever water has been went inside the soil during the rainy season, that has been provided to these crops. Understood, student, over here? So what are the example of the Rabi season? So Rabi crops are wheat, mustard, almond and oat. They are the example of what? Rabi crops. So Rabi season starts from October and it ends on March. And also remember the examples of the Rabi crops as well. Understood now? So you know that the needs of all people are getting met because of the improved method of the agriculture. Correct? And every farmer wishes to get the good harvest, because a good harvest provides a good income to the farmers. Correct? So what we can do to get the good harvest? So farmer need the income. So what is essential for the good harvest? You can see that to get the good harvest to the farmers, fertile land, good quality of seeds, the fertilizer and the availability of water. So these are the 4 criteria which are essential to get good harvest to the farmers. Understood? What are the characteristics? What are the essential thing which is required for the good harvest, students? Fertile land, good quality of seeds, fertilizer and availability of water. So these 4 components are essential for good harvest. Understood? And you know that during traditional agricultural method, farmers use the ploughing and tilling just because of the to get the good harvest. So here you can see that the ploughing and tilling etc. were done with the help of the oxen. Here in the picture you can see the ploughing of the land here. Am I right? So this is the traditional agricultural method which are used by the farmer. And you know that, students, here crops grow well if they are watered at the right time. Water from river, lakes and the well, it is used for the irrigation in addition to the rainwater. Greater quantities of water are even stored by the building dams as well. If we do not provide water on time, then there are the chances that crop might get damaged. So to avoid getting crop damage, we have to provide water to the crops on time. Understood? So you can know that here crops are traditionally watered through the canals. However, much water from the canal it is lost due to the evaporation and the seepage into the ground. But now you can see that the improved method of the irrigation are used. Now you must be thinking, what are the improved method of irrigation? So these are the 2 modern method of the irrigation which are right now used by all farmers in India. So what are the 2 irrigation method here? The drip irrigation and the sprinkle irrigation. Drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation, these are the 2 techniques which are used by all the farmers in India. So now what is the basically meaning of drip irrigation? Here you can see that in this picture, the drip irrigation method makes the use of the pipes with the hole. So through these pipes, drop by drop, water will directly fall onto the crop. Understood here? So here also in this picture you can see that there are many pipes are provided in the agricultural field and it is provided water directly at the particular crop only. So here you can see that it ensures that the required amount of water drips only near to the plant. That means the full use is made available of the water here. And one more thing, here in the case of this sprinkle irrigation, this sprinkle irrigation makes the use of the different sizes of the spray to water on the plants. So you must be thinking that this sprinkle irrigation, it is somewhat looking like fountain. Am I right? Yeah, it is exactly looking like fountain. So like fountain, it is spraying water all over the crop in the agricultural field. So these are the two methods of modern irrigation which are used by all the farmers in India. So what are the advantages of this irrigation? So the advantage of the irrigation is that it provides enough water to the plants. So required amount is provided to the plants, not in excess, not in less. And again, most importantly, it helps to save a lot of water, because in the previous canal method a lot of water has been wasted, but in this method a lot of water has been saved because of the irrigation technique. Understood, students? And most importantly, in modern agricultural method, farmers started using the improved variety of the seed. Now you must be thinking, why we use the improved variety of the seed? Because the reason is that the earlier it was customary for the farmer to preserve the seeds of one harvest for sowing in the next season. But nowadays we don't have to store like that, because we developed improved variety of these seeds through the research, and they are right now available in the market in the form of jawar, rice, groundnut, etc. Okay, so now you must be thinking, what are the advantages of this improved variety of the seeds? So the advantage of the improved variety of the seed is that they have higher yield. Yield means what? Production. So if farmers are used this improved variety of the seed, then farmer will get more production of the crops. That means good income. And at the same time, these crops are pest resistant. They can resist the pest attack. So this is a good advantage. That means we don't have to use pesticide and insecticide. The plant can protect themselves, correct? And one of the important variety is that some variety become ripe for the harvesting in the shorter period of the time. We don't have to wait for longer time just for the ripening of the crop. They can ripen very faster. Even that is a good advantage here. And again, the most importantly, these crops can be grown in the low water supply as well. Wherever there is a low supply of water, we don't have to worry, because these improved variety of this seed can be even grown in the less water supply. Understood, student? So these are the advantages of the improved variety of the seed. So what we have learned today? We learned about the 3 seasons which exist in India. So summer season, Rabi season and Kharif season. And most importantly, we learnt about the 2 methods of irrigation, drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation. And at the same time, we just now learnt about the improved variety of the seed. Why improved variety of the seeds are important? Just we have seen the advantages. So the next part of this revision, we'll see you in the next session. Okay? Bye. Take care.